Good morning and welcome in on your Wednesday. Dan Hardenbrook, glad to have you along as we take a look at your latest local news from around the region. It is your Newberry News Update on M123 FM. Your news today is brought to you by your two-time award-winning local newspaper of the year. It's the Newberry News. Let's check out what's in this week's front page headlines. In the zone, the Village of Newberry is adopting its zoning ordinance draft. A new mass timber building for the DNR is now on full display in Newberry. Prison sentences handed down in a Curtis shooting case. Could this finally be the snow cap coming to an end? The book club meets locally on Thursday, and the tackle party was another really good time. Those stories and more available inside this week's edition of your award-winning Newberry News. It's available now. In your latest local news this morning, Helen Newberry Joy Hospital and Healthcare Center announcing that they've added 2 new specialists to their team to help serve the surrounding community. Orthopedic surgeon Dr. Justin Hollander and dermatology services Jonathan Hayward are the newest friendly faces at the team. HNJH announcing the hiring as part of a continued enhancement of specialty care services, adding Hollander, a board-certified orthopedic surgeon, and Hayward, a dermatology specialist from Lilly Dermatology in Marquette, to the HNJH team. Hollander brings years of experience in orthopedic care with a focus on patient-centered treatment and long-term wellness. In the dermatology services, Hayward will be offering services at HNJH 1 day per month. He has nearly 2 decades of experience specializing in medical dermatology and performed tens of thousands of skin cancer screenings throughout his career. You can get more information on the recent hirings at Helen Newberry Joy Hospital and Healthcare Center by checking out profiles in this week's edition of your award-winning Newberry News. The Tahquamenon Logging Museum has elected a new board and announced projects for the upcoming summer season. The Tahquamenon Logging Museum's board of directors will have some new faces. The board met on March 22nd, and the following members were elected: President Candace Chapman, Vice President Caitlin Farmer, Secretary and Treasurer Dixie Stewart, and Member-at-Large Pete Werdock. On the list of major projects for 2025 is the cancellation of May and June museum lumberjack breakfasts so the cook shack can be repaired. The cook shack floor supports need to be overhauled for safety reasons. The extent of the project is not yet known, but the board hopes to be able to hold breakfast in July. The museum is also hoping to build a pavilion over the recently constructed big wheels, which long ago hauled logs from the woods in the summer and the fall. That pavilion at the Logging Museum would hold a full-size replica of a snow roller that will be coming to the ground soon. Other projects for 2025 include upgrades to the exhibit building and the construction of handrails in the gift shop. The museum will be closed on Sundays but open Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. The museum is also hosting the Rock the River Antique Car Show, which will take place in September. The board is hoping to secure more board members and volunteers for their event. If you are interested, call 906-291-1373. The Michigan Department of Transportation is announcing that they're opening seasonal roadside parks starting next week. The target date for reopening of MDOT parks will be Monday, April 28th. The Michigan Department of Transportation maintains and operates 85 roadside parks throughout the state, but some only operate seasonally, usually closing in late October and reopening in spring based on the weather. Roadside parks in Luce and Mackinac County are all set to fully reopen for the season. There are multiple locations in Alger County that'll be delayed a week due to the heavy snowfall they received. Again, MDOT opening seasonal roadside parks across the state starting Monday, April 28th. A former post commander with the Michigan State Police in St. Ignace is taking on a new role, headlining a multi-agency team as part of the state's crackdown on narcotics enforcement. Michigan State Police announcing that Nathan Groya has been appointed as a new task force commander. In his role, he'll oversee 3 multi-jurisdictional narcotics teams that cover 19 counties, Includes the Straits Area Narcotics Enforcement, commonly known as SANE, as well as the Huron Area Narcotics Team and Traverse Narcotics Teams. Native of Saginaw, Lieutenant Groya holds a Bachelor's of Arts degree in Criminal Justice and Public Administration from Saginaw Valley State University. He once served as a detective sergeant before being promoted to post commander in St. Ignace. He also spent time with the Gaylord Post, where he was promoted to uniform sergeant in 2018. In April, Groya transferred to the 7th District to serve as the Task Force Section Commander. He's been noted for his leadership and extensive experience, which should be an asset as he leads the critical narcotics enforcement teams across northern Michigan. I'm Dan Hardenbrook. That is your latest local news this morning. It's your Newberry News Update here on M123 FM. Your news today brought to you by your two-time award-winning local newspaper of the year. It's the Newberry News. It's Wednesday. Get your latest edition of your award-winning Newberry News. It's available now. Time now to check in with sports this morning. Baseball action here in Newberry this afternoon, the long-awaited home opener for the Indians. They'll be welcoming the Sioux Canada Black Sox for non-conference action. 4 o'clock, the first pitch in the 6th-inning doubleheader. That's the Indians and Sioux Canada at the Kirk Knierim Field at the Charles Road Complex, 4 o'clock this afternoon. Baseball and softball teams will return home. They'll play Friday in doubleheader action against the Mackinac City Comets. Newberry High School boys and girls track teams getting their seasons underway in Marquette yesterday. It was a beautiful day with big-time results, especially on the girls' side for the Lady Indians. Adan Nwos won the 100-meter dash, a time of 13.31 seconds, making it a strong debut in her first meet with the Lady Indians. McKenna Russell, a senior for Newberry, was third in the 100 meters. Meanwhile, Newberry also saw a pair of distance sisters continue to do their thing. Abby Taylor wins the girls' 800 meter in a time of 2 minutes, 30 seconds. Sister Samantha Taylor, winner in a school record time of 5 minutes, 20.9 seconds in the girls' 1600 meters. Doubled up in the 3200, winning that race in a time of 11:42.94. On the boys' side of things, Matthew Rahali won the high jump at a height of 5 foot 10 inches, won the long jump, or finished runner-up rather, with a 19 feet 7.5 inch jump in that contest. Other top finishers in relays included the girls' 4x800 relay team, Ivana Kotkova, Sydney Duflo, Abby Taylor, Sammy Taylor, leading the Lady Indians to a win in that contest. Full results from yesterday's track meet in Marquette is available on the Superior Timing website. Tigers couldn't get the offense going in a 2-0 loss at home to the San Diego Padres yesterday afternoon. Strong pitching performance from Jack Flaherty, 6 innings, 5 hits, 9 strikeouts, gave up a 2-run home run in the second, and that was all she wrote for the scoring in the contest. Nick Pivetta, 7 shutout innings, held the Tigers to just 2 hits, struck out 6 in the contest. Your latest local weather forecast for the day today, sunny and warm. How about this? A high in the low to mid 60s. South winds 5 to 10. Thursday, partly sunny, a high in the upper 50s. Northwest winds 5 miles per hour. Friday, showers are likely. Mostly cloudy, a high near 50. I'm Dan Hardenbrook. This is your latest news, sports, and weather. It's your Newberry News Update on M123 FM.
Covering stories that interest the community, readers have come to depend on the Newberry News. Subscribe to the digital edition for early Wednesday morning access or get the print edition delivered to your doorstep. The Newberry News, your news and information leader.